Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahārāja's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Mahārāja on May 24th, 2022 in Chennai, India.
Nīlācala Dīnatarinam Shri Caitanya Mishwara Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled The Residents of Nīlācala Receive Lord Caitanya. Hari Bol! Under the section Return to Nīlācala. Caitanya Mangal Shesh Khanda 3.3.62. Krame krame tamoloke uttori lagiya যে পথে আসিয়াছেন পূর্বে সেই পথ দিয়া. Following the same route Lord Caitanya travelled before, the Lord soon came back to Tamluk.
On the side of the Rupanarayan River,
The side of the Rupanarayan River,
the city of Tamluk,
there is a city of Tamluk.
the modern district of Midnapur.
It is in the modern district of Midnapur.
And Lord Caitanya traveling reverse back to Nīlācala and to the city.
So Lord Caitanya travelling back reverse to Nīlācala went to this city. Caitanya Mangal Shesh Khanda 3.3.63. পথে চলি যায় প্রভু প্রেমানন্দ সুখে প্রেম পরিশনে বাসে সে পথের লোকে. Lord Caitanya travelled on the path, absorbed in the happiness of Krishna prema, and inundated people on the way in a nectar shower of Krishna prema.
Lord Caitanya went on the pathway.
Lord Caitanya went on the pathway
And inundated all the residents with Krishna prema.
and inundated all the residents with Krishna prema. Caitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.224. 18 নালায় আসিয়া বলভদ্র ধারা পুরী স্থিত ভক্তগণকে আহ্বান. 18 নালাতে আসি ভট্টাচার্য ব্রাহ্মণে পাঠাইয়া বুলাইয়া নিজ ভক্তগণে. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived at a place known as Athara Nala near Jagannath Puri, he sent Balabhadra Bhattacharya to call for his devotees. Caitanya Mangal Shesh Khanda 3.3.64. হাসিতে খেলিতে যায় নাহি পথ শ্রমে পুরুষোত্তম উত্তরিল পথ ক্রমে ক্রমে. As a laughing spot, Lord Caitanya passed his journey without fatigue. Gradually the Lord reached Purushottam, Nīlācala, on the way.
Lord Caitanya, as he traveled to Nīlācala, he went along the path.
So Lord Caitanya, as he travelled to Nīlācala, he went on another path. He went along the path.
Eventually, he reached Nīlācala.
And eventually he reached Nīlācala. Caitanya Mangal Shesh Khanda 3.3.65 দেখিব তো জগন্নাথ নীলাচল রায় হাহা জগন্নাথ বলি অনুরাগে ধায় I will see Lord Jagannath, the Lord of Nīlācala.
Ha ha, Jagannath!
Ha ha, Jagannath! Exclaiming thus and feeling intense attraction, the Lord ran.
As he was getting closer to Lord Kṛṣṇa,
So as he was getting closer to Lord Purushottam, Lord Jagannath,
he started to run, being anxious to see the Lord.
he started run, being anxious to see the Lord. Caitanya Mangal Shesh Khanda 3.3.66 সিংহদ্বারে গিয়া প্রভু ছাড়ে হুঙ্কার ধাইল সকল লোক আনন্দ পার Reaching the Singha Dwar, the Lord let out a roar. All people felt unlimited joy as they ran to see Lord Caitanya.
Lord Caitanya, upon reaching the door of the Jayapatākā temple,
Lord Caitanya, upon reaching the door of the Jagannath Puri temple,
he roared in ecstasy.
he roared in ecstasy.
And all the people ran to see Lord Caitanya.
And all the people ran to see Lord Caitanya. Caitanya Chandrodaya Natak. From behind the scenes, in the distance, are tumultuous sounds of Jai, Jai. Caitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.169. Everyone listening. It seems that Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya has come, since such loud calls weren't heard before. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.225 প্রভুর আগমন শ্রবণে ভক্তগণের মৃত সঞ্জীবনী মন্ত্র লাভ শুনিয়া ভক্তের গণ যেন পুনরূপী জিলা দেহে প্রাণ আইলে যেন ইন্দ্রিয় উঠিলা Hearing news of the Lord's arrival from Balabhadra Bhattacharya, hearts of devotees became so happy that they seemed to be getting their lives back. It was as though their consciousness had returned to their bodies. Their senses also became agitated.
And the devotees heard that Lord Caitanya had returned to Nīlācala.
When the devotees heard that Lord Caitanya had returned to Nīlācala,
They became very excited and excited.
they became very ecstatic and excited. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda 5.125 সর্ব নীলাচল দেশে উপজিল ধ্বনি পুনঃ আইলেন প্রভু নেশি চূড়ামণি Throughout Nīlācala, the news spread. The crash jewel of sannyasis has returned.
The devotees in Nīlācala felt so much happiness
The devotees in Nīlācala felt so much happiness
at the return of Lord Caitanya.
at the return of Lord Caitanya. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda 5.126 মহানন্দে সর্বলোকে জয় জয় বলে আইলা সচল জগন্নাথ নীলাচলে In great ecstasy, everyone exclaimed,
Jai Jai!
Jai, Jai! The moving Jagannath has come to Nīlācala.
So, Jagannath is a deity form, he's generally not moving.
Since Jagannath is in the deity form, he is generally not moving.
So Lord Chaitanya is moving. They describe him as a moving Jagannath.
So since Lord Chaitanya is moving, they describe him as moving Jagannath. Caitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.170. Again, a voice from behind the scenes. Today, our life have become fruitful and our eyes have become satisfied. Immediately, our hearts, long burning in pain, are filled with happiness. What more can we say? Look, we are brought back to life. Lord Chaitanya, the leader of the sannyasis, has left Vrindavan and returned to Nīlācala. Haribol!
All the residents of Nīlācala are so happy that Lord Chaitanya has returned.
So all the residents of Nīlācala were so happy that Lord Chaitanya has returned.
They have been passing the days almost dead.
They had been passing their days almost dead.
And then when Lord Chaitanya came back, returned,
And then when Lord Chaitanya came back, returned,
they got their life again.
they got their lives again. Caitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.171. Mahārāja Pratāpudra says, why should we hesitate? Let us go there at once. Everyone exits.
Mahārāja is very enthusiastic devotee.
Mahārāja Pratāpudra is a very enthusiastic devotee.
When he heard Lord Chaitanya had returned, he wanted to go immediately and see him.
When he heard Lord Chaitanya had returned, he wanted to go immediately and see him. Caitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.172. Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya enters. He is approached by Paramananda Puri and Swarup Damodar, eager to see the Lord. Kashi Mishra and other devotees surround all around.
All the advanced associates having the opportunity to see the Lord.
So all these advanced associates having their opportunity to see the Lord.
And surrounded all around him.
They surrounded all around him.
And the spontaneous attraction of the Lord is the success of Kṛṣṇa consciousness.
So, the spontaneous attraction of the Lord is discussed as Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Caitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.173. Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Mahaprabhu says to Paramananda Puri, Lord, Purushottam Kshetra and Sri Vrindavan are both very exalted places of pilgrimage. Varanasi and other pilgrimage places purify the sins of the conditioned souls and bring them great happiness. Still, the sight of you is what brings happiness to me, because the association of saints like yourself is charming in the service of other holy places, and thus I have come here quickly.
Lord Chaitanya was eager to return to Nīlācala.
So Lord Chaitanya was eager to return to Nīlācala,
to associate with the advanced devotees who live there.
to associate with the advanced devotees who live there. Caitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.174. Paramananda Puri replies, it is our great good fortune that no longer will we be burned with the forest fire of the Lord's separation, which tormented us for such a long time.
Paramananda Puri is saying how when the Lord was absent,
So Paramananda Puri was saying how when the Lord was absent,
they were burning
they were burning
in separation.
in separation.
And now that the Lord has returned, they feel unlimited joy.
Now the Lord has returned, they feel unlimited joy. Caitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.100. Prabhu. Caitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.226. নরেন্দ্র সরোবরের নিকট আসিয়া সকলের প্রভু দর্শন। আনন্দে বিহবল ভক্তগণ ধাইয়া আইলা, নরেন্দ্রে আসিয়া সবে প্রভুরে মিলিলা। Being overwhelmed with great pleasure, all the devotees hastily went to see the Lord. They met him on the banks on the celebrated lake called Narendra Sarovar.
This verse should come before, because his verse said he was at the lion gate.
So this verse should become before, because the previous verse it says that it was at the lion gate.
Which is already at the Jayapatākā temple.
Which is already at the Jagannath Puri temple.
This Narendra Sarovar is a lake before coming to the Jagannath Puri temple.
This Narendra Sarovar is a lake before coming to the Jagannath Puri temple.
And this Narendra Sarovar, they have the Chandan Yatra.
So at this Narendra Sarovar they have the 21 days Chandan Yatra, days Chandran Yatra.
And here, Lord Nityananda and other associates took various spots.
So here Lord Nityananda and other associates played various spots. Water spots. Sorry, Guru Maharaj. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.227. ভক্তগণ ও প্রভুর পরস্পরের প্রতি যথাযোগ্য প্রণাম ও আলিঙ্গনাদি। পুরী ভারতীর প্রভু বন্দিলেন চরণ, দেহে মহাপ্রভুরে কইলা প্রেম আলিঙ্গন। When Paramananda Puri and Brahmananda Bharati met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord offered them his respectful obeisances due to their belonging God brothers of his spiritual master. Being God brothers of his spiritual master, they both then embraced Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in love and affection.
Imagine that Lord always stuck to the lotus feet.
So here it mentions that the Lord offered his respects to the lotus feet.
And Lord Caitanya embraced them
And Lord Chaitanya embraced them
in spiritual love.
in spiritual love. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.228. দামোদর স্বরূপ পণ্ডিত গদাধর, জগদানন্দ কাশীশ্বর, গোবিন্দ বক্রেশ্বর. Devotees like Swarup Damodar, Gadadhar Pandit, Jagadananda, Kashishwar, Govinda and Bakreshwar all came to meet the Lord. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.229. Kashi Misra, Pradyumna Misra, Pandit Damodar, হরিদাস ঠাকুর আর পণ্ডিত শঙ্কর. Kashi Mishra, Pradyumna Mishra, Damodar Pandit, Haridas Thakur and Shankar Pandit also came there to meet the Lord.
All these associates are waiting for the Lord.
So all these associates were waiting for the Lord
And Nīlācala.
in Nīlācala.
I'm so happy to come and see Lord Caitanya at Narendra Sarovar.
They were very happy to come and receive Lord Chaitanya at Narendra Sarovar. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.230. ভক্ত ও ভগবানের মিলনে উভয়েরই প্রেম আবেশ, আর সব ভক্ত প্রভুর চরণে পড়িরা, সবালিঙ্গিয়া প্রভু প্রেমাবিষ্ট হইলা। all the other devotees also came and fell down at the Lord's lotus feet. In return, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them all with great ecstatic love.
So the spontaneous meeting of the Lord and His devotees.
So the spontaneous meeting of the Lord and His devotees.
And how they offered respect to the Lord's lotus feet.
And how they offered their respect to the Lord's lotus feet.
How Lord Chaitanya embraced them.
And how Lord Chaitanya embraced them with great ecstatic love.
All these things are explained here.
All these things are explained here. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antakhanda 5.128. চিরদিন প্রভুর বিরহে ভক্তগণ আনন্দে প্রভুরে দেখি করেন কীর্তন. The devotees had been afflicted for so many days with feelings of separation from Lord Chaitanya. Now on, seeing the Lord, they joyfully began kirtan.
Seeing the Lord in separation is something the Lord Chaitanya taught.
Seeing the Lord in separation is something that Lord Chaitanya has taught.
We all feel separation from Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, or Radha Kṛṣṇa.
So we all should feel separation from Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Radha Kṛṣṇa,
And our previous acharyas.
and our previous acharyas.
So when the Lord came back, they were feeling great bliss.
So when the Lord came back to Nīlācala, they were feeling great bliss.
And they were doing
And they were doing
kirtan.
kirtan. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antakhanda 5.129. প্রভু সবারে মহা প্রেমে করি কোলে সিঞ্চিলা সবার অঙ্গ নয়নের জলে. The Lord embraced everyone with great affection and soaked them with tears from His eyes.
Lord Chaitanya was ecstatic to meet His devotees.
Lord Chaitanya was ecstatic to meet His devotees.
He is known as Bhagavatsala.
He is known as Bhakata Vatsala.
His devotees are very dear to him.
The devotees are very dear to him.
He is very dear to the devotees.
He is very dear to the devotees. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.176. Kashi Mishra. Lord, although Jagannath is desiring to take rest after taking his Vallabha Bhog meal, still he is waiting for you. Therefore, let us quickly go there and see him.
So Lord Jagannath, he would normally take rest after his Vallabha Bhog.
Lord Jagannath, he would normally take rest after his Vallabha Bhog.
But he was anxious to see Lord Chaitanya.
But he was anxious to see Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.177. Sri Chaitanya, Lord Sri Chaitanya, come, Paramananda, come. Accompanied by everyone, he exits. Everyone exits. Murari Gupta Kotsha 4.15.18. Upon their arrival at Sri Kshetra, those two persons who are the sole source of friendship for the people of the world, saw in the lotus face of Jagannath Swami. Then their golden bodies became bathed by the tears of prema, their throats choked up, and their words came falteringly. Murari Gupta Kotsha 4.15.19. Surrounded by devotees, Sri Rama and Sri Kṛṣṇa again entered the house of Kashi Mishra. Then all of their intimate associates, headed by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya as well as all other residents of Sri Kshetra assembled there.
So, Lord Krishna came as Sri Chaitanya, and Lord Ram came as Nityananda.
So Lord Krishna came as Sri Chaitanya and Lord Ram came as Nityananda.
Having darshan of Jagannath, all the Sudarshan Chakra, and went to the house of Caitanya.
So after having the darshan of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Sudarshan, they went to the house of Kashi Mishra. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antakhanda 5.130.
হেনো মতে শ্রী গৌর সুন্দর নীলাচলে রহিলেন কাশী মিশ্র গৃহে কুতূহলে.
In this way, Lord Sri Gaurasundar joyfully resided in Nīlācala at the house of Kashi Mishra. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.231.
সকলকে লইয়া প্রভুর জগন্নাথ দর্শন আনন্দ সমুদ্রে ভাসে সব ভক্ত গণে সবার লইয়া চলে প্রভু জগন্নাথ দর্শনে.
Thus, they all merged in the ocean of transcendental bliss. Then the Lord and all his devotees proceeded toward the temple of Jagannath to see the deity. The deity is the Archa avatar.
And he is not different from Lord Krishna.
The deity is not different from Lord Krishna.
So, with great eagerness, Lord Chaitanya and all his associates and had darshan of the deity.
With great eagerness, Lord Chaitanya, along with all his associates, went to have the darshan of the deities. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.232.
প্রভুর প্রেমাবেশ ও নিত্য গীত জগন্নাথ দেখি প্রভু প্রেমাবিষ্ট হইলা ভক্ত সঙ্গে বহুক্ষণ নিত্য গীত গইলা.
As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Lord Jagannath in the temple, he was immediately overwhelmed with love and affection. He chanted and danced with his devotees for a long time.
Lord Chaitanya, when he saw the deity of Jagannath,
Lord Chaitanya, when he saw the deities of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra and Sudarshan Chakra,
he danced in ecstasy.
He danced in ecstasy.
He was feeling such pure love for Lord Jagannath.
He was feeling such pure love for Lord Jagannath. Chaitanya Mangal Shesh Kanda 3.3.67.
জগন্নাথ দেখি তুষ্ট হইলা গৌড়রায় তাহার দেখিয়া লোক বড় সুখ পায়.
Seeing Lord Jagannath, Lord Gaura Rai was very pleased, and seeing him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the people were very happy.
Lord Chaitanya, being in the mood of Radharani,
Lord Chaitanya, being in the mood of Radharani,
was very happy to see Lord Jagannath Krishna.
was very happy to see Lord Jagannath Krishna.
And seeing Lord Chaitanya, the people in general became very happy.
But by seeing Lord Chaitanya, the people in general became very happy. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.233.
জগন্নাথের মালা প্রসাদ প্রাপ্তি পরিছার প্রণাম. জগন্নাথ সেবকানি মালা প্রসাদ দিলা তুলসী পরিষা আসি চরণ বন্দিলা।
The priests immediately brought them flower garlands and prasadam. The temple's watchman, whose name was Tulasi, also came and offered his obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Where is Tulasi? Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.234.
চতুর্দিকে প্রভুর আগমন সংবাদ বিস্তৃতি, কটক হইতে রায় ও ভট্টাচার্যের আসিয়া প্রভু দর্শন। মহাপ্রভু আইলা গ্রামে কোলাহল হইল, সার্বভৌম রামানন্দ বাণীনাথ মিলিল।
When the news spread that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had arrived at Jagannath Puri, devotees like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Ramananda Rai, Vaninath Rai all came to meet him. The news spread that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had returned to Nīlācala.
So his associates came running to see the Lord.
So his associates came running to see the Lord. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antakhanda 5.127.
শুনি সব উৎকলের পরিষদগণ, সার্বভৌম আদি আইলেন সেইক্ষণ।
When Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and the other associates of Lord Chaitanya in Utkal heard the news, they immediately went to see the Lord.
All the devotees, when they heard Lord Chaitanya had returned,
All the devotees, when they heard that Lord Chaitanya has returned,
so they came to see the Lord.
they all quickly came to see the Lord. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda, Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.175. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Ramananda Rai quickly enter and offers Dandavat, prostrate obeisances. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraces them.
Dandavat is prostrate obeisances.
Dandavat is prostrate obeisances.
Lord Chaitanya, he reciprocated by embracing them.
But Lord Chaitanya, he reciprocated by embracing them. Haribol. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.235.
প্রভুর কাশী মিশ্র গৃহে অবস্থান ও সার্বভৌমের নিমন্ত্রণ, সভা সঙ্গে লইয়া প্রভু মিশ্র বাসা আইলা, সার্বভৌম পণ্ডিত গোসাই নিমন্ত্রণ কইলা।
The Lord and all his devotees then went to the residence of Kashi Mishra. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Pandit Gosai also invited the Lord to dine at their homes.
So sannyasi normally doesn't cook himself.
The sannyasi normally doesn't cook by himself.
So he was invited by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya to come to their house.
So he was invited by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya to come to his house
To dine. Also, Pandit Gadadhar Gosai invited him.
Also Gadadhar Pandit Gadadhar Gosai invited him. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.236.
ভক্ত সহ প্রসাদ সেবন ইচ্ছা হেতু প্রসাদ আনাইতে আদেশ। প্রভু কহে মহাপ্রসাদ আনো এই স্থানে, সবা সঙ্গে ইহা আজি করিম ভোজনে।
Accepting their invitation, the Lord asked them to bring all the prasadam there so that he could eat it with his devotees.
Instead of taking the invitation to go somewhere,
So instead of taking the invitation to go somewhere,
he accepted the invitation that told them to bring the prasada and take it with the other devotees.
he accepted the invitation and told them to bring the prasadam to take it with other devotees.
So, in this way, Allah giving His mercy to all the other devotees.
In this way, the Lord was giving His mercy to all the other devotees. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.237.
ভক্তসহ মহাপ্রভুর মহাপ্রসাদ সম্মান তবে দোহে জগন্নাথ প্রসাদ আনিল সবার সঙ্গে মহাপ্রভু ভোজন করিল।
Upon receiving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Pandit Gosai brought sufficient prasadam from the temple of Jagannath. The Lord then dined with everyone at his own place.
There's a huge quantity of prasada prepared every day at Jagannath temple.
A huge quantity of prasadam is prepared every day in the Jagannath temple.
And so, Sarvabhauma Pandit Gosai brought down the prasad for the Lord and all his associates to eat.
So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Pandit Gadadhar huge amounts of Jagannath prasad for the Lord and for all the devotees. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.15.20. On seeing the glory of their lordship's lotus feet, they fell to the ground and blissfully offered obeisances. Then, with hands folded in supplication, reeling eyes filled with tears and choked voices, they became drowned in the ocean of mellows of Lord Kṛṣṇa.
Saying Lord Chaitanya lotus feet,
Seeing Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet,
they prostrate themselves and offered him obeisances.
they prostrate themselves and offered him obeisances.
And with their eyes filled with tears, they were absorbed in Kṛṣṇa prema.
With their eyes filled with tears, they were absorbed in Krishna prema,
Kṛṣṇa consciousness.
Krishna consciousness. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.15.21. The two Prabhus quickly rose and lovingly, happily and respectfully embraced them all. Then they narrated the Vrindavana Kathamtam, sweet nectar, Kathamritam, sweet nectar tales of Vrindavana.
And Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda embraced all the devotees.
So Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, they embraced all the devotees.
And then Lord Chaitanya shared his visit to Vrindavan and Mathura with all the devotees.
And Lord Chaitanya shared about his visit to Vrindavan and Mathura to all the other devotees. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshkanda 3.3.68.
হরি 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 বলে লোক উচ্চরায় আনন্দিত দিবানিশি হরি গুণ গায়।
Hari Hari!
Hari Hari! Where the loud cried that the people chanted day and night, they happily sang the glories of Lord Hari.
Chanting Hari Hari. Hold it! I think people chanted and raised their hands.
Chanting Hari Hari, the people chanted and raised their hands.
And great bliss, they chant day and night.
In great bliss they chanted day and night,
singing the glories of qualities of Lord Hari.
singing the glorious qualities of Lord Hari. Caitanya Mangal Sheshkanda 3.3.69
রাত্রি দিন করে প্রভু কীর্তন বিলাস গুড়া গুণ গায় সুখে লোচন দাস
All day and night,
All day and night,
Lord Chaitanya was literally passing his time in Kirtan.
Lord Chaitanya was usually passing his time in Kirtan.
He was Lotandas Thakur, singing the glories of Lord Chaitanya
Lochandas Thakur singing the glories of Lord Chaitanya
and great joy.
in great joy.
Lord Chaitanya was chanting the holy names day and night,
So Lord Chaitanya was chanting the holy names day and night.
and he gave unlimited bliss to his devotees.
And he gave unlimited bliss to his devotees. Caitanya Mangal Sheshkanda 3.3.70
ললিত রাগ দিশা কুরা গুণ গাওরে গাওরে সব ভুবন মঙ্গল আনন্দিত মহাপ্রভু আছে নীলাচলে হরিগুণ সংকীর্তন করে ভক্ত মেলে
The whole universe sings the glories of the sublime character of Lord Gaurarai. Lord Chaitanya stayed in Nīlācala in great happiness. He enjoyed the congregational chanting of Hari Guna along with his intimate devotees.
Lord Chaitanya, his external reason is to establish now Sankirtan.
So Lord Chaitanya's external reason was to spread this Nam Sankirtan.
So returning to Nīlācala, he was absorbed in this kirtan.
So returning to Nīlācala, he was absorbed in this kirtan.
Made the whole world auspicious.
Made the whole world auspicious. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 1.249
বৃন্দাবন হইতে যদি নীলাচলে আইলা 18 বর্ষ তাহা বাস কাহা নাহি গেলা
When the Lord returned to Jagannath Puri from Vrindavan, he remained there and did not go anywhere else for 18 years.
So Lord Chaitanya spent the last 18 years of his lifetime on earth
So Lord Chaitanya passed the last 18 years of his pastime on this earth
at Nīlācala,
at Nīlācala Jagannath Puri. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshkanda 3.3.71
অনেক ভকত গণ মিলিলা তথায় নিত্যই নতুন প্রকাশ হয়ে গুড়ারায়
Many different devotees came there. Many different devotees came there and met Lord Chaitanya. Thus, Lord Gaurarai manifested ever fresh pastimes.
So all these pastimes of Lord Chaitanya for 18 years in Jagannath Puri.
So all these pastimes of Lord Chaitanya for 18 years in Jagannath Puri,
Not possible to be described by all these devotees.
it's not possible to be described by all these devotees. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.238.
বৃন্দাবন হইতে পুরী আগমন যাত্রা বর্ণিত। এই তো কহিলু প্রভু দেখি বৃন্দাবন, পুনঃ করিলেন জৈসে নীলাদ্রি গমন।
Thus I have described how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Jagannath Puri from Vrindavan.
So, Chaitanya Charitamrita had described Lord Chaitanya's return to Nīlācala.
So Chaitanya Charitamrita has described Lord Chaitanya's return to Nīlācala.
His pastimes in Jayapatākā and Navadvip.
And his pastimes in Jarikanda and Navadvip. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.239.
শ্রবণকারীর চিত্তবৃত্তি স্ফূর্তি ও কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি। ইহা যেই শ্রদ্ধা করি করয়ে শ্রবণ, অচিরাদ পায় সেই চৈতন্য চরণ।
Whoever hears Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes with faith and love very soon attains shelter at the Lord's lotus feet.
So, this is the Palasuti, the result of hearing these pastimes of the Lord.
So this is the Falashruti, or the results of hearing the pastimes of the Lord.
That by hearing the Lord pastimes with love and faith,
But that by hearing the Lord's pastime with love and faith,
one will very soon achieve Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet.
one will very soon achieve Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. Shri Guru Mahārāja ki jai. Thus ends the chapter entitled The Residents of Nīlācala Receive Lord Chaitanya under the section Return to Nīlācala.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.